but they just don't know. People seen it, but they just don't know. Come on, baby, let the good time roll.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is straight out of Boston, aka King of Boston, and today we're back for episode 54 of the Miami Marlins franchise here on MLB 13, the show. And you can see here our AAA team and our AA team both made the playoffs. So that's usually what I take out of that, is that our farm system is pretty loaded with talent. And I don't mean loaded in the sense of, you know, great all top 50 prospects and all that good stuff, although our farm system is pretty good. But, you know, I think that it just means that we have a lot of talent in our minor leagues and that they're getting the job done. So that's kind of a good sign for the future, hopefully. And in the present, we are going up against the Atlanta Braves. We are 85-56, I believe that says. Can I quite read that? We are, looks like 5.5 games ahead of the Atlanta Braves in the division. So we're looking to pull away here. This is the Friday opener of a 3-game set at Turner Field in Atlanta, Georgia. And if we sweep this, that would be really big. We would open up an 8.5 game lead. We're in the middle of August at this point. That'd be huge. That could really kind of seal away this division, it seems. So that's kind of our goal at this point. I mean, obviously, you know, your biggest thing is you don't want to get swept in these series. You don't want to lose, you know, 3 games in your lead. If they take 2 out of 3 and it's 4.5 at the end of the weekend, that's not the worst thing in the world. So anyway, Justin Nicolino going up against Julio Teheran, 2 bright young arms in this franchise. Teheran a little bit further along than Nicolino right now. He has been up really ever since the beginning of this series, so he's kind of more in his prime. This is just Nicolino's second full season in the major leagues, but it's been a very good one so far. He's been one of the best pitchers in this Marlins rotation. And you can take a look at the Braves lineup right here, as well as the Marlins that flashed up on your screen just a moment ago. Jason Hayward and Justin Upton, the 2 guys to look out for in the middle of the order. They have had great seasons so far, but we're going to get Upton to go down on that curveball right there. Upton cannot do anything with that. He goes down looking. And we're going to head into the top of the second inning. Lyle Cassie is up 2 away. We're looking to try and get a base runner off of Julio Teheran. I don't know if it's Teheran or Tehran. I think it's actually Tehran, but I always call him Teheran. Either way, I'm just going to call him Tehran to not annoy people in this episode. That is going to be a 2-out double for Lyle Casillas. We get a man in scoring position, and we have a scoring threat on the bag. Now Alberto Montano is up, or Albert Montano. I can never remember if it's Alberto or Albert. That is going to be a line out to right field. Hayward is there, and that'll retire the side, so Tehran avoids that threat. Now here we go, later, bottom 2. That is going to be ball 4 to Jason Hayward. He is a triple crown candidate. He is up there in home runs, RBI, and average. His average is a little bit below 300, but his home runs and RBI are nothing to look past. So here we go. That's going to be a stolen base for Hayward. He's kind of a 5-tool guy, and he can do that from time to time. He runs on Rob Brantley effectively there. Now later in the inning, 2-2 counter. Ricky Weeks. Weeks lines out one, but it's stabbed by Iglesias. Fires onto first base in time for the out, and that will retire the side. So both pitchers escape jams in the second. Now top 3-2 away. Xander Bogaerts is up, and Xander Bogaerts takes that hanging curveball into right field as he lines that one into the gap. That'll get all the way to the wall. Center fielder Brandon Barnes is over. He will fire it into the cutoff man Ricky Weeks, and that will be another 2-out double for the Marlins. So once again, a runner in scoring position. Can we capitalize this time around? Rob Brantley is up. The first pitch of the at-bat. That's going to be a grounder to the shortstop and Darrelton Simmons. He will fire onto first, and once again, 2-out magic, not so much. So that'll be 3 away in the inning. We're going to head to the bottom of the third, and Darrelton Simmons up 1-2 count, and Simmons is going to hit that one slowly to the first baseman. He will take it to the bag himself, and both pitchers are through 3 innings scoreless. Very good pitching performances so far from both starting pitchers. Giancarlo Stanton up the 1-2 count from Julio Teheran, and Stanton's going to go down swinging a rare strikeout from Giancarlo Stanton, who has really cut down on his strikeouts as he's progressed at the major league level. Now later in the inning, 2-2 count to Christian Yelich. Yelich hits that one to deep left field. That one is back, and that is caught at the warning track by Justin Upton. He tracks that one down. So we're starting to put some good swings in on Tehran, but we cannot seem to get anything to find the ground. Now bottom 4, Thomas Urbina is up, and he's going to hit that one into deep center field. And here we go. Both hitters are starting to get some good shots off of the pitchers. Lamont Hill misplays this one. It rolls all the way to the wall. Urbina's rounding second. He's going to get into third easily. And the first hit of the ballgame for the Atlanta Braves is going to come on a bad play that will be ruled as a hit by Lamont Hill. So runner on third with no outs. And it actually is going to end up being an injury for Thomas Urbina. He ended up pulling up there as he got to third base, and it looks like he might have hurt his hamstring or something. They're going to bring in pinch runner Luis Valbuena. He will take over for the rest of this game, or at least the time being. We'll see if they replace him later in the ball game. But now Justin Upton is up the meat of the order, up with a runner on third and less than 2 outs. This should be an easy run. That is going to ground to Iglesias. It was hit hard enough that he throws it home, and he gets Valbuena. So a rare play from, you never really see a ball to the shortstop there and he goes home with it, especially with the infield back. But Iglesias has such a strong arm and that ball was hit so hard that we decided to try and fire it home, and that was an easy out really for Iglesias and Brantley. So now, after Upton steals second, 2 outs, Evan Gattis is up. Gattis pops the one up into shallow left field. The left fielder is going to come over, Christian Yelich, and he will make the catch, and that will retire the side. So after a leadoff triple, nothing else goes for the Atlanta Braves, and we're going to head to the top of the 5th, still scoreless, 1 out for Alberto Montano, and Montano's going to hit that one to the second baseman. Misplayed by Ricky Weeks. He is not very strong defensively, and he shows it right there. That is going to be ruled as a base hit. Now, still 1 away in the inning. It's going to be a sacrifice attempt. Nicolino will try and get him over to second with 2 outs. He does so successfully. And we have Jose Iglesias coming up next. Now 2 away in the inning. Try to put the first run up on the board. And that is going to be just back into right field for a base hit. Hayward's going to come up with it. He has a strong arm. So we decide not to test it there and hold a runner at third. Now still 2 outs. Xander Bogaerts up. Iglesias going for second. And Iglesias is going to get in there. Runner coming home. He's going to head backwards. He gets caught in the pickle here. And he will be safe at third base. Montano escapes one right there. That would have been bad. Xander Bogaerts still up. Bogaerts hits that one to the shortstop. Simmons is going to fire onto first base in time. Another jam escaped. And the pitcher's duel continues here in the ATL. 3 errors on the day for the Marlins. That is not a good look. Here we go. Bottom 5. Ricky Weeks up. Ricky Weeks down. He goes down by way of the K on the 97-mile-an-hour heater from Nicolino. And the young lefty continues to impress as he is shutting down this potent Braves offense. Top 6, Rob Brantley up. And Rob Brantley hits that one to deep left center field. And she is gone. A solo shot to the opposite field. You cannot hang a curveball to Rob Brantley. He has become one of the best all-around hitters in baseball since really this year moving up to that 3-hole. Something about it, he has way more protection around him now. It has really changed the way he hits the ball. It has been a phenomenal year so far for the still very young catcher who's locked in on a very cheap deal, and is just a great value and a great asset to the Miami Marlins. He shows it right there, a solo shot, and the first run of the ball game is finally scored as the Marlins take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 6th. So we're going to advance a little bit here into the top of the 7th, but before we get there, they're going to have a 6-inning recap flashing up right now. Brantley 2 for 3, Urbino 1 for 2, 2 of the biggest hits so far in the day, and Nicolino very impressive, only 2 hits allowed so far, and one of them was that kind of triple to Urbino, which was, but either way, Hayward's going to hit that one back into right field for a base hit. Stan will come up firing, but that will not be to the bag. And there's going to be a leadoff base hit for the Braves. Now Evan Gattis up 1-2 count. And that's going to be lined to the second baseman, but it's going to get past Montano. Lamont Hill over the field. He kind of gets caught stumbling right there. Fires to third base, but that was a poor decision because Hull does not have a strong arm. And Evan Gattis moves up to second base now with still no outs in the inning. The next batter is going to be former Marlin Matt Downs. He's going to be intentionally walked to load the bases and get a force out at home. Also set up a double play ball if the scenario presents itself. But here we go. Next batter is Ricky Weeks, and he bounces this one in front of the plate. Brantley's going to try and field it. Touch home, not in time, and the Braves are on the board. It's a tie ball game in Atlanta as Hayward comes around and scores, and that's going to do it for Nicolino. We're going to bring in our 7th inning man, J.J. Hoover, who's had not a great year statistically, but every time I use him personally, he seems to do very well. So we're going to bring him in here, bottom 7, still no outs. The runners are going. It's a suicide squeeze. Caught by Hoover, fire to third, offline, fire to second in time. Almost a triple play. We'll take the double play, though. The throw to third was offline. So now with 2 away in the inning, Yadier Molina is going to come on and pinch hit for Julio Teheran. And we will see what he can do. Try to get that runner from third home. A 1 count to Molina. Lined to the third baseman under the glove of Bogaerts. That one gets through to left field. And the go-ahead run scores. So a couple poor defensive plays. I mean, I guess a botched triple play isn't something to look down upon. But that was a very fieldable ball by Xander Bogaerts, and the defense is coming back to kill the Marlins so far today. And Dalton Simmons is going to pop this one up in front of the pitcher's mound. Hoover's over to field it. He's saying, I am not letting these guys touch the ball anymore. I will take care of business myself, and that will wrap up the inning. But the defensive mishaps continue, and that is going to give the Braves the lead. So it's 2-1. We're going to head into the top of the 8th. Jordan Walden is going to come on. And what was one of the best trades of the offseason in real life this past year is getting Jordan Walden for Tommy Hanson. That has looked like a steal so far. And here I accidentally meant to pinch run Avisail Garcia at second base. Of course, I accidentally pinch hit him for Giancarlo Stanton, and Garcia's going to line out to right field. So a stupid decision by me. I just was not paying attention or whatever, and accidentally, you know, everyone makes mistakes. I apologize, but we botched that one right there. Hoover's back on to pitch the bottom of the 8th. He gets, I believe that's Evan Gattis to go down right there. That is going to retire the side. So we're going to head to the top of the 9th inning and not enter Craig Kimbrell, but enter Houston Street. A little bit interesting there. I'm surprised Kimbrell, he must have been hurt because I think he's still on the team, but Houston Street's going to come on. He's got 41 saves this year, so I don't know what the deal is with Kimbrel, but Lyle Casilla up 2 away in the inning. 0-1 count. He bounces that one back to the pitcher. Street on to first in time, and that is your ball game. In what was a very fun to play, very intense pitcher's duel, the Atlanta Braves come out on top. They decrease the lead. It's back down to 4.5 games, and they get the W. So it was a good win. It was a very hard-fought win. I thought Nicolino pitched well. I thought our bullpen was okay. I mean, Hoover did a good job when he came in, I thought. So, we just need to get more offense out of, especially the middle of the lineup. I think that our lineup is not very deep this year. I like Yelich down there, and I like Garcia, and I like having Montano, especially over Donovan Solano. But I don't think it's as deep as it has been in years past, so we got to get more out of guys like Brantley and Stanton, and especially Iglesias and Bogarts, who really didn't do too much today. So, I know it's going to wrap this video for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Peace.